originally from West Papua. I was born there, but originally my blood is from Sulawesi, Toraja, and got opened in Subud 2004, West Java, Bandung, introduced by Frederika. So since then, I try to find out what is the meaning of life, which is hardly I can understand background myself, where I can see the degradation of human life, between transition where I came from, maybe remotely area, and then going to the big city. So after that, I looking what is the important in our life. So after that, I moved to Jakarta after got married to Frederika.
So now Frederika has joined us, and
Yeah.
hi Frederika.
Hi.
Yeah, go ahead, Jayadi. You were saying you got married to Frederika.
Got married, and then after that, we are moved to Australia, Melbourne. Yes, 2005. Living in such a, for me, like big shock culture, big city. So since then, I'm missing something in my life, working hard, like
I thought once you got married to Frederika, you have everything in life. What else can you miss?
yeah, that's part of the beginning of journey, So Frederika introduced me in 2010 about Kalimantan. Between I got open to 2010, I don't have imagination about Kalimantan. Then after we got holiday to
Yeah, only 3 days.
3 days in Kalimantan, she
was
saw me.
convinced. He
Yeah,
was
she saw me about Kalimantan, and that convinced me.
Convinced isn't the right word. You felt it.
Yeah, I
You
felt
the
it.
reality of Kalimantan.
Reality.
And you're like, we have to live
Yeah,
here.
that out of information about Bapa talk or everything,
Just from your own feeling.
yeah.
And I
my
had that
own
feeling in 2004 by myself for 3 days when I visited. I thought my future's here, and he came in 2010, felt the same thing.
Yeah, and I'm not originally from Kalimantan.
No.
How we could fit, how we could live in Kalimantan. At the moment, my background was art,
Acting, culture.
acting culture, theater. So it's still confusing how
What
we
do we
could-
do?
how we do.
To be theatre
Or
teachers.
theater
here or what?
teacher, or so that's a big confusing.
And we're still living in Australia when he
Australia.
realizes he wants to live there too.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're next door in another island. We're in Australia at this stage.
And then myself is not have a fully of a high skill education, so it's hard to convince my family how we could live in here. So the time between 2010, I try to figure out, and then looking, and someone. Then after that, someone is introduce us about permaculture. In the beginning, I was believe what's permaculture, about farming. Is my family's farming, but they are poor. So that's a big questions. And after I joined the course, I more realized farming is not so simple. It's like that. There is a big interconnection in the beginning of human life is the called process. You know. People know everything, everything. They understand, but they don't know what is the process is. You know. So from that, it's convinced me more about the human connection, how we can provide ourselves. Instead, we are talking about save the world or save the people or save, but we cannot save ourselves.
Start in your own backyard.
But how we can starting from our own backyard, improve myself, improve ourselves, how we can be able to survive from our hands. Then we can more growing. They call it little thing, big thing grow.
From little things, big things.
Big thing grow. So small project in Melbourne, Subud Melbourne.
Yeah, so when he started studying permaculture in Melbourne, diploma in
Melbourne.
permaculture.
Harry Smart was witnessing as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
We starting with a small project in Subud Clarinda, working with
community
neighborhoods, and
The
then
project was a community garden.
community garden.
Okay.
Which didn't
Then-
require any funding from Subud. It was just our own hands and imagination
How
and community.
we starting clean up backyard, full of rubbish over there,
We used to dump rubbish there.
rubbish, and turning into abundance, and then lots of what they call connections, especially local government, local neighborhood join with us, and as well from that I introduced by Human Force Camp project. Then after that,
You joined the Human
yeah,
Force
I
Camp
joined Human
in
Force
India,
in India,
Okay.
that
and
Nisha project.
that's how I started to get out from little box to big box. Yeah, and Anisha is a place how I came over there with like burden, burden only infrastructure there, and the witnessing was Fali and Rajan, how we figure out, so much is lovely story there. I learned myself, and then also that time was very remote,
Yeah. So just to clarify, you joined the Human Force Camp for 2 weeks,
2 weeks.
but you diverged a little bit from the Human Force Camp agenda
Yeah.
to show them some permaculture techniques, which they really, really valued and needed. And they asked you to come back.
Yeah. Human Force only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only 2 weeks.
And across 2 years,
And-
you went back 3 times, right?
The funny thing is, when I joined Human Force, that is a special for you. At the time, I wasn't feel like a youth, so I asked Human Force team, I'm not youth. Oh, don't worry,
I know.
You can join.
You can join.
So yeah, that is the beginning of the story how I growing internationally.
And this Human Force Camp at that time, Solon Lees and Rosanna Favre
That's
were
right,
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rosanna Hill
Favre.
and
Favre,
Solon.
not here.
Rosanna Favre. Rosanna Hilly was,
Rosanna Hill.
she was the SD chair.
SD chair.
She may be
Yeah.
the SDIA chair, but I'm talking about the Human Force Camp. I think
Rosanna
it was run by Rosanna Favre and Solon Lees.
Solon Lees. And that is starting to open up the international journey until I volunteer in Anissa for 2 years.
Yeah, coming back and forward
Forward.
with the support of Cecilia Dama International.
At the time
As a
also
volunteer.
I'm not understand how the value I can get it. I just involve 100% as a volunteer in Anisha, and thanks God, slowly showing the value how we can working together. It's much more efficient, than we working by ourselves with all the planning master plan, and we not looking the reality of local people, and maybe more than that, amazingly, Anissa is growing, especially in the local team. And after that, we are moved to Kalimantan. Yeah, in the beginning was
2014.
yeah, so, we wanna register for volunteer working with WTS.
And Yum, but it didn't work out for various reasons.
Yeah, not Yum, WTS.
No, saya applied for Yum.
Oh yeah,
and
yes,
I didn't.
yeah.
So we tried to join different.
You try to collaborate with them,
Well,
but
initially we tried to connect in terms of joining as the team of existing projects, but for various reasons it just didn't
I
work
know.
out.
They didn't work it out.
And so
but can you tell what is the connection with YTS? Are you talking about Bard of Paul?
no, so what he's saying is that he was almost going to work with their team,
Okay.
but for different reasons that we won't go into,
Okay.
it just didn't work out.
Okay.
And the same with Yum for me.
Understood,
It just
got it.
didn't. All the dots didn't connect.
Understood. I got
So
it. Now I
we
understand.
just, and in the end, it was like, okay,
So you decided you start on your own.
start from zero with,
Yeah.
with permaculture, because specifically pure permaculture wasn't yet here. There wasn't a permaculture demonstration site here.
Yum was already
Organic farming.
organic
Not
farming
exactly.
is a training by permaculture guy also. Yeah, and at the time I want to collaborate, but probably they have a different picture. I could understand that, you know. So after that, we are starting our own project,
Okay.
and then the project was here. Before Kedai Ita, we are working with Permakultur Kalimantan, you know. And then Permakultur Kalimantan is starting working with basic structure social in here, including environment, culture, and also international connection. You know. Local culture here, we really carefully what the situation in here, you know, which is people always say this land not have a value at all. So we how we could be able to bring the resources from outside, you know, which is for us in permaculture, problem is solution.
Yeah. Even if it's a challenging landscape, there's certain strategies you can use in permaculture to address it, just like you learnt in Anisha, and just like we know from our research about permaculture around the world. So even though people are saying, oh, it's not fertile, you can't grow much.
Grow much, yeah. It's same in Anisha at the time, rocky land, and you know everything. Drought, and lots of full on story. Yeah, we are slowly to improve it. We can be able to do it. You know, and also how international connection we are work with lots of local NGO in here wanna try to working together, but they very hardly to understand, you know, about the social issue about social environment issue in here. I'm witnessing 2015, which is really high burn here, and most of people is going out. I'm still in this land, you know. And only
we were too.
Yeah,
We were
and
like one of the only families still
is
here.
here.
Everyone else evacuated.
most of people are gone out. And then as well, pandemic time, you know, how people is close the door, we are still opening in here, and then 100,000 of people coming into this place. So going back again, where we are starting working with, hardly with all my learning process, permaculture can establish maybe need 5 to 10 years, you know, intensively, but magic, you know, going back into that, this is the miracle for us. It's almost not 5 years yet. In 3 years, we already got involved in international development. It called Project 1 Million Tree Project. That is a collaboration between local people, international NGO, and then also what to call local government. So from that's how we can work in collaboration instead competition. And so from what they call subsidize, how we can see the potential, local potential. This is so important in the human development. And by the time we working with our small land is here also is land by Subut member, this was barren land, and we are developing slowly by we are working together with international development. Then after that we also providing small for ourselves, and over there we starting sourcing what we are need for long term, and all the planning for international development, thanks God, we are give guarantee in 5 years. In 8 months we already provide everything, and then in 2 years, and in the first years they got award, international award. We are in the second year. Then after that we are setback, we are not involving 100%, but more consultant. And we are also working with not based on subsidies, but we are based on what they call sharing value. They providing us like a machine and everything, so we are providing them is products
And
consultant as well. So this is how we are starting to looking sharing a value for another what they call another institution. Then now the 1 million tree project is growing into 100 million trees project.
So what we've created here with the permaculture farm is basically a farm that's available as a resource for the region. So we get lots of local people, NGO people, all kinds of people coming through and seeing a different way to do farming and to do sustainable agroforestry.
Yeah, many times people wanna inviting us to develop outside, like lots of minister, government us to work with them, but at the time we are more focusing into the small scale.
We're focusing
Instead we are developing, them, but how we can provide the information, knowledge, and then examples so they can see. And then also the efficiency, going back into the economic, we need economic, but if we are lose the efficiency,
Do you want to take a break now, or it's okay? Can we continue?
Did you want to eat the food?
I'm asking Jayadi.
no,
It's okay. I'm okay.
yeah,
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
It's for you. You're okay?
I'm okay. Yeah.
You're all right?
Yeah,
We continue?
yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead, Jayadi. So, you want to talk about the interconnection.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Interconnection is like how we can looking a problem, because the situation is now more problem than solution.
Yeah.
People always talking about problem, but they don't know how to make the solution. And the solution is very simple, starting from your backyard, what you are doing, how to make it value from that. And it's not just only for yourself, but how can benefit for the others, especially for your neighborhood. And this is how we can creating the local environment is a very basic, fundamental humanity. Lots of people want to change the world, want to save the world, but they don't have connection with the neighborhood. And this is how we so important in the interconnection permanent culture, which is already, already sudah terjadi apa? If we looking back into our social culture, our ancestor is already doing it. Yeah, no.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that you make a difference or you make a change where you're living, in the environment in where you are, involving the people who are there in that. Okay,
Before we are wanna trying to how we can
I
save
understood.
the world.
I get what you're saying.
So this is lost in the translating humanity. This is how the big institution is working with, throwing lots of money, but you know, small resolution.
Yeah, like think global, act local.
Act local.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
get it.
phrase.
I understood.
So from my journey when I came to Kalimantan, we are seeing so much abundance in here, you know, but people don't know how to resourcing, don't know how to following they always looking from outside there.
Yeah, or looking at the big picture. Or looking at the economic value when there's a lot of value to be had in the very simple things, resources around them. They're missing the point, and
Missing
they're
the point.
not realizing how they can add value to the raw product around them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the situation is right now pandemic, how we can going into endemic.
Okay.
Which is the problem. All the situation is now is just relationship. Yeah, no. This is so important for us in interconnection, which is totally lost in translation of modern system.
So let me ask you a question. What do you want to do in 2 years from now, 5 years from now? How do you want to? Where do you see yourself going in this project?
Well, we always are growing what's the potential, you know, which is potential is not like a structure building rising up to skyscraper, you know, which is they always changing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, always changing. So this is how the situation endemic is make it us more understand.
Okay.
You know, especially with the climate is always changing. Human behavior is always changing. But the transformation changing how we can what they call learning the pattern.
Okay.
You know, learning from the pattern instead making. You know. From we are learning the pattern, we can understand we are not making anything. Yeah, no. We just harvest it.
Okay.
Because nature is already providing us. Yeah, no. And much more challenging. People don't know how to provide. You know, apa namanya? They just wanna taking, but they don't know how to return it.
Yeah, they want to harvest, but they don't want to know how to plant.
Yeah, no.
It's about regeneration or something.
Is he for me? Okay.
No.
No problem. That's fine. All right. So, okay, I have an idea, Jayadi, and along with Frederika, what she has shown and what we have seen here, the project and the parts of what we have seen in terms of your vision. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Frederika, for spending a lot of time with us on that day as well. So, okay, so this is Ashwin Rajaraman for Subudh Voice. I'm here with Frederika and Jayadi at their permaculture project, and we'll see how this process, and we will keep in touch with you, and we will see what we can do for you. All right?
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your time, effort, and everything that you're doing.
Can I just add?
God bless you, of course.
Yeah,
Anything you want, Frederika.
Jayadi didn't go into like the progression of from the farm activities to the linking in with the cafe.
Yeah.
I know.
I thought you already done.
Yeah,
No,
she did.
I
She
have.
did, and
have.
I have that part, but it's okay.
However,
but it'd
I
be
have
nice
to
to,
mention
yeah.
that
It'll be nice if you can round it off with that. Yes.
the magic of
Yeah.
what's happened, I think, has been largely because of Jayadi's connection with the local community
Okay.
and linking in with all the neighbours to sell their products. And so there's a magic that's happened between that connection, and it's happened we didn't have a grand plan for it, but it has happened organically and
We
very
got,
much a miracle. Like
we got grand plan.
yeah, but like the
But
way
it's-
it unfolded, like we didn't say, oh,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
exactly gonna do this.
This-
We didn't imagine it
I
would
understand.
be like, let's say Kedai Ita to be what it is today. We didn't imagine that. So this is very much coming back to Jayadi's spirit and connection and linking it all in. If it was me or myself, it wouldn't have happened this
but
way.
I understand.
Like Kedaita is supposed to be in the planning of 5 years. And,
Okay, thank you, Frederika. There's a nice connection. I know. I will weave that into the story as well. I know what you guys are saying. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
And its roots are a perfume. So these trees are only 2.5 years old, and they're in a symbiotic relationship. This is moringa, or the miracle tree, or drumstick, tree, and very, very high content nutritional value. We got pineapple here.
Yep.
So it's so when we first planted, like there's like pioneering crops that we utilize, which helps to boost the growing of the neighboring trees. Or crops. Yeah. The acacia, which is this one, is also nitrogen fixing, and its leaves are very important to help build mulch in the soil. We try as much as possible to have organic matter on the soil, because we explain to local people that having the soil bare is like us walking out naked under the sun. It's dangerous for our skin, and by covering the soil, you also support the microorganisms in the soil and help to build humus.
All right.
This is a stingless bee honey hive called Kelalut, and this is a little enterprise of Aliman, our Subud youth guy, who's also a permaculture leader. He'll take groups through. So he sells this at the cafe, that we can open it and have a look. They're a stingless bee. You can see them coming into the hive. And open it. And we open it up here. You can see, and you can try it. Are you allowed to try? So just put your finger in. These are stingless bees. Put your finger in here and try. Try. It's very sour.
No.
You want to try?
No.
Oh no?
I'm okay taking video of you in this beautiful permaculture and agroforestry form of Frederika and Jayadi.
They don't start stinging.
Yeah.
Don't prove me wrong. Don't tell me that you're going to start stinging today.
There's one more there.
There's another one. There's quite a few around.
Oh, okay.
Because they help the pollination and stuff. Yeah, see them coming into the hole? So one of the strategies for permaculture is basically, if you need to chop back organic matter, or chop it back and drop it. It's called chop and drop. Chop, drop, as you can see here. Organic matter, it creates compost. It's really good for the soil. This was a banana circle composting system, but now it's become a big mound of young coconuts. So you have to try and manage this, and one of the ways we can utilize this is to use them as seedling pots.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're getting there.
Okay.
It's taking a while. Yeah. And over here, oh, come and see our tree that's Sengon tree or Albacea.
Beautiful tree. Man.
6 years old.
Amazing.
6 years old. Only 6 years old. And it's one of the example of the 1 million tree species,
My God.
Albacea, and the local experts or international experts that deal with the 1 million tree project with Fair Ventures can't believe this is only 6 years old. And basically we say it's because of the permaculture system we've created around. It's helped to create such... Oh, there's an eagle, look at that. See the eagle?
I missed it. It's flying away. Okay.
And permaculture is very about multi-story system. It's not monoculture. So from ground cover crops all the way up to the high tree species is what permaculture is. It's not like you just plant one crop and that's it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the cafe happened. Sorry, the next new moon happened to fall on Baba's birthday, and I set the date. Yep, we'll open up on the 22nd of June, 2020, and we did that. And we thought it would only be half a day a week on a Sunday, and the people just came and they came and they came, and we're like, "What's this about? What's this?" And it just became a thing. Like it was, we were completely swept off our feet until today. Like. We could never have imagined it or planned it. It's just, and when we first, and this is a hornbill, and on the back we have promoting our intention here, which is this box is recyclable and you can reuse it again. Here are the brownies. The famous coconut oil brownies we make. We make thousands a day. The demand is very large. And the brownies help us to make ends meet and pay for our whole team. And this is the forest honey, similar to the one in the tree. And this is the enterprise of Ali Mana, youth leader, who's in Surabaya. And this is Rosella. It's a hibiscus flower, and it's also a silver lady who runs a silver lady. She runs a Rosella cooperative called Rosella Murni, Koperasi Rosella Murni, and we sell this for 25,000 a bottle, and we pay her cooperative. This is a rice dish. Do you want me to open up? See?
Yeah, please.
Everything's packaged organically, so reducing waste. That's noodle, egg, and tempeh.